Hello friends, welcome to Code Crush Coding. So we have learned all the basic concepts about the HTML. So almost we have covered the 40 videos of HTML. So in this video we are going to create one project which will be a survey project. So let me show you what we are going to create in this particular video. So this is one survey form, this is one web page which is Code Crush survey form, and in this form we have different input fields. So let me show you all those. So we have name, email, age, there is one drop down option, and also the radio buttons, checkbox, one text area, and submit button. So all these we are going to create in this video. So we are going to create this website Code Crush survey form. So let's start. So almost all the basic concepts are covered in particular each video. So any new concept will be there in this video, so that we will cover. So this is our survey project.html file I have created. So let's get first our HTML template. HTML. So this is the basic HTML template. So let's provide here title, survey form. Let me save this and run now. So see, our title is getting displayed here, and as such we have not provided anything, so we are not getting anything on this web page. So what we need to do, first we need to provide a heading. We want to provide this heading Code Crush survey form. So let's provide that heading in our code. So inside body I will say heading h1, and which will be Code Crush survey form. Let's save this, check on browser. So we are getting your heading Code Crush survey form, but what we want this heading to be in the center. So we will make use of style attribute. So we will provide here style, and text align is the property, and we will provide the value as center. So if we check now, if we refresh this web page, so we are getting Code Crush survey form in the middle, which is in the center. So after that, what we need to add, so we need to create one form, because this is basically a form. So let's create one form. So after heading we will require a form. So form tag. So we have provided here form tag. Inside form, what we need to do, we need to add the label and the input values. So the first label here is name, and there is text box for this name. So let's provide that. So we will say label name, and input type here, input type. So input type will be text, name will be here, let's say name, and here what we can say placeholder, because if you see here is a placeholder used which says enter your name. So we will add here placeholder, enter your name. Let's save this, refresh the page now. If I refresh the page now, so see, we are getting your name, enter your name, but we want this to be in the center. So again we need to make use of the style attribute. So what we can say, this form, we can say your style text align, and we can say center. If we check now, so see, we are getting it in the center. But if you see this website, we have this name, and below this name we have this text box. So what we can do here, as we have seen the block level elements and inline elements, so block level elements take the entire space. So what we can do, we can make this label as block level element. So how we can do this, so in label tag, your name, I can make use of style attribute, and I need to say your display block, so it will make it as block level element. If I check now, so see, we are getting the name, and below name we are getting this text box. But if you see, we are not getting this has correct alignment, right? So what we can do here, another property we can make use here, margin bottom. So we will get some extra space in the bottom, and let's say 10 pixel. We remove this. Let's see what is the difference now. So see, we are getting that extra space which is here. This is the extra space we are getting. So what extra we can do here now? So let's add this entire label inside the div tag. So let me add this inside the div tag, entire label and the input type text, and let's provide here one class. So class, let's give it name as form control. So once we provide a class, we know that we need to provide it here in below title. We need to provide a style tag. Once we provide the style tag, we need to define the that class we have provided. So how we define the class? We need to provide a dot and then the name of the class, so which is form control. Here you need to provide the properties to design the label and input. So what I can do, I have provided the class here form control, so I will make use of property text align and I will say left. So with the help of this, what will happen? We run this. So see, earlier we were getting there in the middle because we have provided the form text align to center, but we want this text area in the name in the particular alignment, like below name exactly we want the text box. So currently we are getting this in that format, but what we want now, we want this entire thing to be shifted towards the center. So how we can do this? So basically what we will do, we will add style to this form tag. So here you need to provide form, and here need to provide the properties to this form tag. So I will say margin, let's provide some random value here, 50 pixel and auto. So let's see what change we get with the help of this property. If I refresh this, so we are getting little below of this heading now, right, with the help of margin. After that we will say padding. So padding is basically used to provide space between the elements. So padding, let's say 30 pixel from the right and 30 pixel from the top. Let's refresh the page now. So see, we are getting from the, it shifted towards the right now. And now we will make use of max width property, max width. So max width, let's give 500 pixel. Let's refresh the page now. So see, we are getting here towards the center. Let's provide more value here. If I say 700, it shifted towards the left, so I need to reduce the value here. Let's say 350 pixel. Okay, sorry, 350. See, now it's getting entirely below this CodeCrush survey form name and this text box. So after that, what we will add, we will add this border to this form. So how we get this border? So this border is basically a field set tag. Let me show you that. So below the form tag, you need to say field set. So this is the field set tag, and this entire tags now will be inside the field set. So I will close the field set tag just before the form tag. Now let's see the web page. So see, we are getting the border here. So this border is basically a field set tag that we are getting. Now let's add the second input, which is email. So what I will do, I will just copy paste the above things, which is dev class form control. We just modify the names. Other things we want as required, right? So display box, margin bottom 10 pixel, name will be email, and let's say enter your email. Sorry, now we will refresh the web page. So see, we are getting your email. So what we need to do here now is we want the space between this text box and this email as well, right? So how we can add that particular space? So in dot form control, so as we have provided the class here, dot form control, you need to say margin bottom, so it will add margin to the bottom. Margin bottom, let's say 25 pixel. If we check now, oh, it's getting removed towards the right position. What we can do here, if we remove this margin bottom here, so we are getting in this format, right? So now we want the space between this text box and the email label. So how we can do this? So here in our code we need to say that as we have provided the class form control, so inside that form control you can say margin bottom 25 pixel and semicolon. If I save this and check now, so see, we are getting here name, then the text area for name, then email, and then the text box for email. So in this way you can provide the space between the two elements here. So after that, let's add the third input, which is age. So let's copy paste the same thing here, div class form control. Let's paste it here. After that I will say here age, and here you can say enter your age. Save this, check our website now. So see, we are getting here age as well. After that we will add the fourth input, which is here it is a drop down, right? Here we have the different options to select: student, intern, professional, or other. So let's add this. So here let's copy the class form control here, paste it here, and what input we need to provide here, which option best describes you. So here I will type that, which option best describes you. So here is the label for that, and now we don't want the input type text, but we want a select option. So you need to provide your tag select. So inside that select we need to provide different option. So first option was student. Let's copy this, or just enter option again, student, intern. Let's add two more options here, option professional, and the last one was other, option other. Let's save this, refresh the browser. So see, we are getting here which option best describes you, and we are able to select any of the options that we have provided. So let's add the another input, which says it is a radio button. So label for which is, would you recommend Code Crush to a friend? So let's add that also. So let me copy this, and here I will say, would you recommend Code Crush to a friend? So this is the label, and here you need to provide input type as radio now. So input type radio, name will be, let's say, choice, and the first value is yes. So in similar way you need to provide the another radio buttons. The name should be same, because if name is different, then user will be able to select the multiple values for the radio button. So let's provide here no, and the third value was maybe. Okay, maybe. Let's save this, check on our web page now. So see, we are getting here, would you recommend CodeCrush to a friend? Yes, no, maybe. Another label that we need to add now is, which is basically a checkbox. So with the help of checkbox you can select multiple values, right? So let's add this also, languages and frameworks known. So let me copy one of the div tag from above. Here we can say languages and frameworks known. So here it is the label, and now we need to provide input type checkbox. So input type will be checkbox. Let's provide name here. Let's say select is the name, and here you need to provide value 1. So let's say I provide here C, and similarly you need to provide multiple values here. So C, C++, then Java, Python. What else value were provided? Yeah, these 4 values we need to provide. So we have provided those values. Let's see our page now. So see, we are getting here the checkboxes to select the multiple values. So after that we need to add one more label which says any comments or suggestions, and here we, so if you see, this text box is somewhat bigger than the above text boxes because these were input type text, and here you need to provide one text area to accept the multiple or more lines of input from the user. So let's add this. So here let me copy one of the label. So here we will add after the checkbox, here we can say, what was the label for that? Any comments or suggestions. Any comments or suggestions. So here you need to provide input type should be text. Sorry, here we need to provide not text but text area. So directly you can make use of tag text area, and let's say here you add placeholder, enter your comment here, enter your and here. Let's save this. Let's see our web page now. So see, we are getting here, enter your any comments or suggestion, write down below here. After that what we need to do, so basically all the labels and the input we have already done. Now only the styling part is remaining on our web page now. So let's do the styling. So what we need to do, we need to do the style of this particular inputs that we are getting, like this one, right? This input we are getting after the labels, this select one which we are getting after the label, also this input which is for radio. So we need to style all this. So what we can do, with the help of form control we can do this, because for all the div we have used the form control only. So what we can do, below the form now we can say dot form control, and here we can say input. So whatever input tag is there in the form control, also dot form control. Another one was select, which we have used to select the multiple options like student, intern, professionals. Another one was for the text area, form control, text area, and now we'll provide the styling. So the input will contain the all the input of text as well as the radio and checkboxes. Select is there for one of the label which we are using as select, and one text area. So let's provide styling for this. So what we can do, here, as we have seen in this website, so this entire text that we are getting, which is entirely like it is not uh, taking, if you compare with this, it is short. So what we can do, we can provide here display, and we can say here block. So it will take the entire space now. Let me refresh. So see, if you see, yes, no, they were all in the single lines. Now they are all taking the entire space. So let me do more styling on this part. Let me add padding also. Padding 10 pixel. Let's show the change now. See, we are getting the text box now bigger. So it also looks better than earlier now. Any other change we see? Yeah. Now what we can do more on this? Let's add another property here, width. So what will width will do? It will maximize the size of text boxes. Let's say now this is the entire size, right? So we will make use of this entire size. So let's say width should be 95%, not entire 100 we are taking. Now see the change. Now see, we are getting the text boxes till 95%. Let's add more here. Let's take here 90 only. Refresh. Yeah, so it's look better now than earlier. Now another thing what we can do, now if you see, the styling of the above text boxes is right, like name, email, age, which option base describe you. It is also better for text area, but the radio buttons and the check boxes are not in proper alignment. So let's do the styling for this part. So how you can provide the styling for this? So in similar way how we have provided for input, select and text area, now for the radio and check boxes we will do. So we can say your dot form control. This is the class that we are using. Input, so it was in the input, right? So input type radio and input type checkbox, and here you need to say square bracket and you need to say type in radio. So this is one of the type. In similar ways, you need to provide a semicolon, then again dot form control, then input, square brackets, type. What was the type? Type was checkbox. So we are going to provide now styling to these two input types, radio and checkbox. So let's first see what currently we are getting. So currently we are getting this entire things on different lines. If you see this first radio button, then yes is on next line, then next radio button is on next line, then no. So we don't want them to be on the next line. So you can make use of display inline. So inline will allow them to be displayed on a single line. Let me show you now. Oh, but it has done different alignment, right? If you see, another way you can do here is you can make use of inline block. Yeah, inline block. Let's see, currently no difference, so it is behaving same. Let me add some width here. Width, let's say auto. Refresh the page now. Yeah, it's look better now, right? We are getting here all the things in a single line now. So basically our web page is looking good now. What we can do more here, we can add the button part is pending now. So let's add the button here, submit button. So button is at the last. Before field set I will add the button tag. Type of button is submit. Let's provide the label to button, which is submit. Save this. See, we are getting here submit button now. Now what we can do here for the submit, we can style the submit button also. So here inside the style tag above we can say button, and we will style this button now. Let's display it to block, so it will take the entire space. Let's see the change. See, it's taking, earlier it was taking in the center and the next space, now it is taking from the left towards the entire space. But we don't want in that format. We will add your width, let's say 100%. Now if you see, so currently we are getting the submit button full form, like from the left to right, the entire thing. Now let's add padding to it. So padding is basically the content and the element space that we are providing here. Padding 10 pixel from right, 10 pixel from top. Refresh. Okay, from padding, what we can do here, it's semicolon is missing, I guess. Yeah, see, now it has added some space between these borders and the text, so it looks better. Now the submit button, let's add color to the button now. So background color, let's say light green. Save this, refresh. Now see, we are getting the background color. The submit button, submit. If you also observe, the space between this form is also larger in this website, and in our website it is somewhat smaller. So let's make more the size here that we can do for the form. Let's say 450. Let's see the change now. Yeah, it's look better, right? And here the space you can also make it to this, right? Because here it seems less and here it's larger. So from where you can adjust that in the div. In the div, what we have provided, form control, width you can say 95%. If you see now, yeah, it's look better now. See, our form is currently looking in this way. Now what changes we need to provide here? Now if you see in this website, you need to add this background color, right? So let's add the background color now. So everything in our page is basically inside this body tag, and in the style tag we only provide the attributes to provide the styling. So what you can do, you can style this body, entire body tag. So let me provide here body, and I will style it to background color light green. Let's see the change now. So let's refresh our survey form. So see, we are getting here the entire background color as green, but we don't want the color inside this form. So let's do that change. So inside the form, what we can say, this was the form tag which we were used for styling. Here you can say background color white. So what it will do, the form will have the background color white and entire body will have the light green color. Let's refresh now. See, now our website is looking much better now. What changes we need to do now? Just see the difference between this earlier website. So here the font style, if you see, you need to change as the font style now. If you observe these two, the font style is different. So let's add the font property here. So inside the body you can say font family. You can add any font of your choice. Currently I'm adding the Verdana font family. Save it, refresh, see. So this is how our website is looking now. So as a demo project it is good, but we can always make enhancement in this, like you can add some logo also here on the right side or left side. So do practice on your own. So this was the website that we have created as a demo project. We will cover more demo projects in the upcoming videos. In this demo project we had only make use of HTML and some of the CSS properties, but which were not in detail. So we will cover all those properties of CSS once we start the CSS tutorial. So do let me know in the comments what you learned more about this in this demo project. So that's it for this video. We will cover another demos in another videos. Thank you for watching.